Hello Pisces, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Pisces, this is going to be your mind, body, and spirit reading. Again, I decided to start with the series just to see how they go, see if you guys find them to be useful to you. But this is going to be messages from your higher self in regards to your mind, your body, and your soul or spirit, however you want to word that for you. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel as well. Guys, always discern the messages accordingly. With that, we're going to get right to it. They talked about innovation, was the first message that I got from Spirit before I turned on the camera. And it was a very unique way of how they worded it. I can't remember specifically how it was worded, but I thought it was a very, it's like innovating various forms of your life right now, Pisces. And I'm not quite sure how that's going to play out in this, but we're going to see. But I thought it was, I don't know, I feel like this is an innovation of the self. Higher self going, it's time to innovate who you are and what it is that you're doing in your world. So let's just get right to it. Let's save all the spiels. 1:11 on the clock. All right, Spirit for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know in regards to the mind right now? Bear with me, guys. I'm a little stuffy. I had an autoimmune flare-up the other day. It is getting better, but it's still wearing on me. So bear with me as we go here. All right, for the mind for Pisces, please. Manifest and release. I seen manifest come out. I think it was for Taurus as well. So the underlying energy there. So that was quick. Believe. I feel like when it comes to the space of the mind, Pisces, you could be questioning how much faith you have in things surrounding you, what your dreams are, your visions, where it is that you want to go, where you want life to take you. And Spirit is asking you to stand in that place of believe. I feel as if some of you have detached from that. Like it's like a back and forth kind of energy where you almost feel like you have to pull yourself back from what you thought or envisioned for a while for yourself. And then there's the other part of you that's really wanting to put faith into how this works. And when we talk about manifesting, this is believing in your desires. This is believing in what it is that you want to manifest, what it is you want to create, how your world is going to look for you. And know and trust that exactly what you desire, maybe not the way that you think it will happen, but what it is that you desire is going to lead you to where it is that you want to go. I do feel like you guys are in a space of some strong-minded energy overall, but I do feel like there are things outside of you that tend to bring in a little bit of doubt in relation to that. When it comes to the body, remember that your body is also your 3D world. It is our physical world. So when it comes to the body, Spirit, what does Pisces need to know? Compassion. Some of you could be dealing with a bully. Others of you, maybe you are the bully, you know. You're being asked to be kinder to yourself and to give yourself a break. Instead of being a taskmaster, a bully, and a horrible friend, be a loving comforter who always has your back. I think sometimes, Pisces, you guys feel like if you are alone. But I also feel like you guys are also building a new, it could be a new soul family, a new tribe, a new friendships, people that are offering you compassion back. Pisces, you're a water sign, obviously. Sitting with those emotions, the ideas, the concept of emotion, what it is to give heart and soul into something. You could be looking for other people to provide that space of comfort to lift you up, to help you evolve into the next greater version of yourself, the innovation of who you are. Again, that word that they gave me when I started this. Understand too that you don't have to go 24/7, 365. Giving yourself compassion is also giving yourself a break, letting yourself rest when you need to. And it was funny, before I started this video, I was like, you know, do I have it in me today? Because that's kind of how I feel to do this. And Spirit said, it's okay to take a break. And for me, I was like, no, I'm gonna go ahead and get these readings out today, or at least a few of them. And, you know, a lot of the times when I get those messages, not only are they for me, but they are also for you. So don't be afraid if you need to take 3 days to just take time to yourself, to give yourself the love and the self-care that you need to right now. I do feel like some of you could feel like there's a lot of weight on your shoulders, a lot of things going on around you that are requiring, you could be feeling like they're just requiring a lot of you at this time, and you need to take a rest from the expectations and the demands of the world outside of you, okay? And then when it comes to messages from Spirit, receive. Be a believer, that way you can be a receiver, is what Spirit is saying. Reassess how you've done things in the past. And it's like, okay, if you're looking at a situation in your world, Pisces, right now, that seems to constantly be a challenge or constantly leaving you in a space of lack, it is time to not renew those contracts with those people, places, and or things, because I feel like you've not gotten back from those things what it is that you've put out. And to receive is to be open to receive, that you are capable of manifesting and stepping into this belief. Oh gosh, excuse me, told you I'm so sorry. Confirmation right there, sneezes. That you are able to believe in the idea of receiving, and thus that makes you a great receiver. So it's Spirit is trying to gift you wisdom and insight. I would say pay attention to patterns in people as well, because it's like universal wisdom comes in from acknowledging what it is that you continue to receive from people. It's like, believe people when they show you who they are, not what they tell you who they are. Believe them when they show you who they are. So be open to receive this wisdom that Spirit is trying to gift you at this time. All right. So let's clarify this believe when it comes to the mind for Pisces, please. Believe when it comes to the mind for Pisces. Your truth, your own personal empowered truth. The Ace of Swords there. What else for Pisces? Wheel of Fortune. You guys are so close to Spirit saying a positive not realization. What did they just give me? Guys, my head has been so, like, I've got brain fog going on so bad. So bear with me. Ace of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. Like, you guys are on, like, right on the cusp. I'll put it that way. I'm lacking the word they gave me. But, like, right on the cusp of being able to make greater decisions. That Ace of Swords is also decisions, right? The potential of new decision-making processes, the truth, the reality, the realizations, the infinite wisdom that comes with the factualization of what is going on in your world. And it's like, you have so much faith and belief, and this kind of reminds me, I think it was a Taurus's reading a little bit, like you're almost there. And that's kind of the same feel I get with this Wheel of Fortune. And I think that might come out in their spread actually as well. It's like you're 3/4 of the way there. But there's a truth, there's an underlying truth to this, that you have to trust yourself. You've got to trust your own knowledge and your own wisdom. There's a lot around the wisdom that you've gained to date, and they're specifically bringing up the last 3 to 4 years of what you've gained that you need to acknowledge. Cat is chasing hair ties. The Empress energy, Pisces. It totally feels like you, and it's having the strength and the courage to walk away from the mental challenges, the conflicts. I think that there are times too when your mind can tend to become your own worst enemy, because you kind of ruminate on the things that have gone wrong. And then with that strength card, I usually don't see this like this, but it's almost like looking at something with a higher hope. Like if you have something that caps out, like if you go to Walmart or whatever, and it's like, give us a star rating of like 1 to 5, and you're like, oh, 1. Well, that person was nice to me. This was that. It's almost like where you mentally can see and understand things that have been painful or have required disillusion. You're also trying to find the courage and the strength to see the positive in it. But I think sometimes that positive, with that Page of Wands there, is like somebody breadcrumbing you. So it's like, we get into partnerships sometimes and we ignore the red flags because we want to believe that there's that little bit of light, there's that little bit of hope in somebody or something. So we try to see it through to the end, and then that starts to outweigh any red flags we've ever seen before. And that's kind of what this feels to me, is like you're trying to rationalize something, and that's ultimately what it is. It's holding you back at the end of the day. So it's trusting that your divine Empress energy that you're sitting in, 10:10 on the clock there, is guiding you to new fertile beginnings, new truths, new awareness. It is beauty, it is abundance, it is all things that are just like Spirit is saying holy and divine for you, what is meant for you. But you have to believe that these things are very, very possible of happening for you, that the possibility of these things are endless with that Ace of Swords. The potential that lives within. These are both new beginnings. The Ace, or the Ace of Wheels, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, is also one that is a positive outcome, right? It's a positive beginning. It's a positive turn of events that happens, and it's almost there. But it's like your effort is required to stop seeing everything as a glass half full. And and that sounds almost contradictory in the sense that, we tell you got to be optimistic, you got to be grateful, you got to be in gratitude, you got to see things from a positive standpoint. There are still going to be people in situations that are meant to teach you lessons. They are not meant to be excused. Okay, and that's kind of like that Ten of Swords and that Strength card is like you're trying to find a way to polish up the shit that doesn't work. That's where your belief system is kind of getting hung up at. That's where your mental capacity is going into over rationalizing or over excusing other people, and it's playing an impact on the way you see the world around you and what it is you're able to create for yourself. Okay, I hope that's making sense for you guys. All right, what is this compassion about when it comes to the body for Pisces, please? Three of Cups, King of Wands, Five of Swords. Careful with the drinking. If you guys are drinkers, you don't have to be. But it's almost like when, I don't have the Devil here, but it's a sense of toxicity and self-betrayal as well. Choices, the Lover's card. The cause for celebration, Spirit is saying to me too, is like there could be this desire to celebrate by means of drinking because things are good. There could also be the desire to drink because things are heavy. So it's like, what brings us into this capacity? Do you find yourself drinking with people that tend to be toxic? I'm kind of seeing this King of Wands as a toxic energy. It's almost like self-betrayal, but it's also an influence in your world. But it's about the choices that you are making. And I do feel like sometimes you recognize, and it doesn't have to be alcohol, it can be anything, right? That the choices that you're making probably aren't always the best for you. And that's where that self-care needs to come in, is letting go of the toxic things that are they're not supportive to you. They're not helpful in the way that you need them to be helpful to you. To get into a better space, into a better light. So I would watch the people that I'm hearing the way they insert themselves. Like they almost could come in and kind of take control and go, well, you had this accomplishment, let's go do this. And maybe you haven't shared, I'm getting the idea that you haven't shared, your inner fears with this person or that person. So it's kind of like you keep it to yourself, but yet at the same time, you also give this a free pass, because it's like, well, yeah, they've got a point. Like, let's go celebrate. This did go well, or yeah, today's been a rough day, so let's go do this instead. It's kind of like by you not asserting how you feel in your 3D world, other people may not think that they're sabotaging you, but it's ultimately a form of self-sabotage because you're not speaking up on how it is you need to act and move. I hope that's making sense. I hope that's making sense for you guys. And then in relation to Spirit, Ace of Cups, I believe, is what just came out. The Ace of Wands. Oh yeah. Ace of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. Justice card laying underneath, the Chariot, the Death card, and the Tower, and the Five of Pentacles. Those have been cards coming out during this Gemini full moon. When it comes to receiving, they want you to start off small, because I think like over the time, you could be working on your spiritual development, researching, reading, seeking guides. And Spirit is asking you to start off small. Like, I've had a lot of people over the years say, you know, there's so many different things in this realm. Like, what do I do? Where do I start? Start where you feel drawn to. You know, if it's numerology, let that be your thing. If it's astrology, let that be your thing. If it's tarot, let that be your thing. If it's reading books and self-help and psychological well-being, whatever, diet, exercise, whatever that is for you, whatever that spirituality looks like for you, that's where you go. And Spirit is telling you to start small. Because the more and more time that goes by that you put the work in, you're going to see how things start to create a balancing effect on everything it is that you're working on within you. Being open to your guides and understanding that they're giving you love and requiring action of you. They're asking you to give love and requiring action from a space of that love so that you can evolve to a higher space so that you can receive accordingly. I am lacking words today, guys. I apologize. I'm not even going to pretend right now. So just keep working on new beginnings. You have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands. The only thing you're missing here is the Ace of Pentacles in this spread. This is a complete restart for you. So I like that energy. We're going to grab some advice. I'm going to keep these short. Advice, motivation. To believe is to be to believe is to be inspired, and it is to be motivated, is what Spirit just said. This is Aries energy, Pisces. This is a 1 as well. I think of that Ace of Swords being that 1. You've got a lot of 1s here. Those 1s are those potentials, those new beginnings, right? The new start. Be bold. Be assertive. Be determined in the direction that you're going, in that belief, in the mind space of that motivation. Is find the things, whether you're listening, hearing, reading, researching, allow those things to be your motivation. What is it mentally that sparks that motivation within you to move forward, to excel in whatever it is that you're doing? Because this belief system that you have back here is asking you to step into that Empress energy. Right? She is fully abundant. She does not need anything else. And she has total belief in herself and her abilities. If you're right there, keep going. Don't let outside influences be a swaying factor to create doubt in your mind of what it is that you're capable of. Advice for the Compassion card in regards to the body, Spirit. What does Pisces need to know? Self-trust. I just keep hearing it goes back to 1, and 38 is an 11, right? And I'm going to take that one right there. Music to play with Pisces. Underneath, compassion, ×2 here. We've got 2 cards of compassion. With compassion, when it comes to the body space, the 3D world, self-trust. Understand that when it comes to these, you know, call them third parties, the people that might be a negative influence, even, and I don't feel like they're meaning to be a negative influence. It's just their way of coming in and trying to be a part of your world, whether it's to make you feel better or to celebrate or whatever this is. Again, even if you're not expressing to people around you, you know, again, if it's been drinking, it's been food, it's been whatever it is, that, you know, you recognize internally that there's a need to cut back on certain things. Trust what you know to be true in your heart. Trust what it is that you know that your body needs, your mind needs, you know, your totality of a person needs. Don't require or don't put it on somebody else to be that space of uplift for you. Okay, I hope that's making sense. I know what I mean. I just, like I said, brain fog today. And then music or lira, number 9. It reminds me of the 9 of Pentacles. You're also showing me the 9 of Cups, but also showing me the 9 of Wands. Your faith in certain areas may have lacked because you've not seen it come to full fruition in the past. but I do feel like you guys are more hopeful and optimistic than some signs would be in this energy. Talking about the music when it comes to spirit, your hertz, your binaural beats, certain frequencies, tap in and turn on to the ones that are inspiring action and are inspiring the emotion to keep you motivated to succeed. That Eight of Pentacles, right? They're guiding you to the next level. They are pushing you through to the next level. Allow that to be part of your motivation back here. It's like their spirit is saying they're going hand in hand for you. Number 119 could be important. I've seen that earlier too. Very, very interesting energy here. But you're at a space right now, Pisces, where it's time to reassess what is it's like an adjudication of the self. Again, I hope that's making sense for you. So with that, Pisces, I'm going to leave that there. I hope you found this reading to be helpful to you. Let me know what you think of these readings in the comments. Again, I'll probably do this again just because I've got brain fog so bad right now. Trying to get these out to you guys. So thank you for bearing with me. If you're interested in personal readings, those are going to start back up on Monday. The information can be found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. You can also visit me at holisticallyzenwv.com for a full list of products and services. Sending you guys the very best, and I will see you soon.